Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my first video in quite a while. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Spiritomb deck that just won a huge tournament in the Limitless tournaments. Had 300, almost like 350 players or something. So pretty big event. Spiritomb went, only dropped one game the entire tournament, or one match the entire tournament. So of course, Spiritomb is a card we've had in the format for quite a while. It's seen a decent amount of success. Was quite popular when cards like Hustle Belt were legal. But now, just recently, the deck has really picked up in popularity with, of course, that result. So utilizing Spikemuth and Cape of Toughness to pull off a pretty interesting combo, and then of course utilizing new cards like Escape Rope and Level Ball that are now legal from battle styles to kind of buff up the deck. So that's really made the deck a top contender for sure. It is actually just like a pretty streamlined list. Plays a maximum count of switch effects, 3 Bird Keeper, Professor's Research is just like the best possible draw supporter. We got a Jynx, Mew, and Marshadow, both just very important counterplay options for Chaotic Swell, and then Urshifu and Krimmer, respectively. Oricorio, Dedenne, and Crobat to draw some cards. Jirachi, just going to be able to find those switch effects and act as a pivot. That's just what it's for most of the time. So, Ordinary Rod to get our resources back, and then everything else is pretty self-explanatory. So we're just going to go ahead and hop into some games. Before we do, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, really does help us out. Going to be trying to grow the channel as much as possible, just get some more content out there, and yeah, hopefully we can keep making videos if there's enough support. Make sure to join our Discord, link in the description, check out our Twitch. That's where most of the stuff is going to be posted, weekly tournaments. So we're just going to go ahead and get into some games here. Looks like our first hand is going to be pretty solid. We got a Jirachi start, definitely our best start in the, usually it's our best starter, and we got a really solid hand. So it looks like we're going to be up against ADP Zacian. So I'm going to go ahead and quick ball away the boss's orders, because we really have everything else we need in our hand immediately. Let's go ahead and Stellar Wave, see what we find. We are going to get another quick ball. So that can find anything. Actually, okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and... Sure, let's go ahead and play the Spikemuth so we can get some extra damage down. Retreat here, so we can always move those counters with Jynx later in the game. Gonna retreat there, building Spite, and I'm gonna wait to see what our top deck is to play that quick ball, because if we draw a card that we don't need, we can just quick ball it away, and if we draw a card that we do need, we can just play that. I think we're in a pretty solid position to KO this ADP next turn if our opponent doesn't find some combination of like Big Charm, Chaotic Swell, maybe even like an Empoleon V in the active if they miss Altered Creation here. There's an Air Balloon onto Zacian, so it looks like they are just going to go ahead and dig for that turn 1 Altered Creation, which could definitely be pretty tough. We never lose this matchup if we can take out the ADP before they Altered Creation, and we have a pretty good chance if we take it out before they Ultimate Ray. The way we lose this matchup is if we kind of just get stuck by like Empoleon V at any point, or if we just cannot KO ADP before their Ultimate Ray. So they get Mawile. I'm not really sure why they would Mawile here with us only having 2 cards in hand, but maybe they're just thinning out for the Dedenne-GX. That looks like what they're going to go ahead and do, because they're grabbing that second ADP, which you absolutely will never want to bench here. Gonna play that Mawile down. It is a solid attacker because it OHKOs any of our 1-prize Pokemon in 1 hit for an energy less than Zacian V, so that makes it a little easier for them just to chain attackers if we can KO their ADP before they get Altered Creation. they still don't have a Metal Energy in their discard pile. So they're going to need quite a good deal of cards. Getting the Professor's Research out of the discard pile. Has not played it yet, so we're going to go play it. Discards a Water Energy, some Metal Energy, gets the Energy Switch. Plays the Saucer. Maybe he actually hit it here? Another Metal Saucer, okay. I guess he could also, like... Okay, no Energy Switch. Alright, so that's actually fantastic. Our opponent just got really unlucky there. Seems quite likely that after all those cards drawn, they're going to see something. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and Quick Ball. I'm going to go ahead and grab another Spiritomb to start building up damage counters on that. And we're going to go ahead and play the Professor's Research, draw some cards. This hand is okay. Let's go ahead and Stellar Wish to see if we can find Blake. Okay, so there's a Scoop Up Net. That's fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and play this. Scoop Up Net or Jirachi. Bring the Spiritomb up. Let's go ahead and use the Hiding Energy to retreat our Spiritomb. We're going to go ahead and use our Building Spite abilities so I don't forget to do that. We need 3 more damage counters on our Spiritomb, so we just need a switch effect here. That's a Scoop Up Net, so probably the best possible thing we could have gotten here, so we can Scoop Up Net or Jirachi. Go into Spiritomb. Let's go ahead and we can't retreat again. Let's bench this. Gonna switch back into Jirachi. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go ahead and Level Ball. Gonna grab Jynx out of our deck. So now all we need is a switch effect. I prefer not to bench any GX Pokemon if we can avoid it. But looks like we're going to have to because we want to KO this ADP and not anything else. So we're just gonna go ahead and Quick Ball. Let's go ahead and whiff that intentionally. Attach to our Spiritomb. Quick Ball. Discard the Spikemuth. Oh wow, we actually prized both our Dedenne and our Crobat. So that's gonna be very unfortunate. So our opponent is gonna be able to get Altered Creation off. I guess we can go ahead and grab this. Okay, this actually gets a little trickier. Probably should have done a better prize check. But we're just going to go ahead and grab Oricorio, so it is always an option for us for our opponent where it takes like a cheeky prize card. Let's bench Marshadow as well. I'm not going to use the Ominous Posture ability. I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turnover. Hopefully we can find a switch effect for next turn that is not Escape Rope. Yeah. Probably should have done a better job of checking the prizes there. So there's just the Metal Energy. I assume we just see Altered Creation here. And then we're just going to try and win the prize trade that way. Yep, there's the Altered Creation. So top deck Cape of Toughness. That's okay. Stellar Wish finds us a Bird Keeper. So that's exactly what we wanted. We're going to go ahead and Bird Keeper into the Spiritomb. Get some more damage counters on the board. We find a Hide Energy as well, which is pretty nice. Gonna go ahead and Building Spite on this. 9 damage counter is gonna be enough to Oko ADP. Let's go ahead and Ominous Posture. Get an extra damage counter on our Spiritomb. And we're just gonna go ahead and Anguish Cry. So at this point, we just need to take 2 more knockouts. So we're probably just gonna go in with Spiritomb. Or at least we're going to try to go in with Spiritomb twice and attack. Alright, double Escape Rope there is pretty solid. Hopefully our opponent just does not have what they need to close out this game. Because I think so long as we don't miss any knockouts, we will be fine. Oh, wow. Okay, so the Marnie there is actually going to be quite annoying. Because now we're going to need to find some... Actually, we have the Oricorio as well. So we get to see 8 cards to just get some damage counters on board. This is okay. We actually have... Oh, but they get rid of our Spike... But we have Marshadow Spikemuth available. Okay, so that's really good. We need 6 damage counters on our Spiritomb to take a KO on this. Let's go ahead and use our Resetting Hole combo. right now because we know we're going to have to do that. We can Dance of Tribute to see what we can find. Alright, this is pretty solid. Let's go ahead and Building Spite so we don't forget to do so. Play our Escape Rope. I definitely want to see another Quick Ball or a Level Ball to get another Spiritomb on board to make it way easier to close out the game here. Yeah, get some more counters on there. We need, I believe, we need, I believe, 8 damage counters to KOization. So I kind of like doing that. Let's go ahead and Ominous Posture this over here. So basically we need, okay, they just scoop it up, yeah. So, great. Alright, so there's the first game. As you can see, it's super easy to build up large amounts of damage. You just need a lot of moving pieces, which is probably the only reason this deck is not dominant. For example, if like Spiritomb had the 50 HP built in from Cape of Toughness, it would be incredibly easy to pull off this combo every turn. So we do win the coin flip. We're going to go ahead and go first. Now this is a pretty bad starting hand. So I think we're just going to go ahead and scoop this game up and move on to the next one, because I'm not going to stick around for that hand. Let's just see if we can get a better game in here. Okay, so we lose the coin flip this time. That's okay. We'll see if we're going first or second. Looks like we are going to be going first. Maybe it's a Tapu Koko deck, which I'd be fine with, because while we can't Oko them, they just have not that many options. This is a pretty solid hand, I think. Especially going first, we can just start getting a Spiritomb set up. We have Switch effects, got Bird Keeper. Alright, yeah, so it looks like from what I can tell, it is going to be Tapu Koko. So I think, unfortunately, the worst card in our hand right now is Ordinary Rod. We do have the other one in deck. We're just going to go ahead and grab Spiritomb. Stellar Wish, no Spikemuth there, so we're just gonna get a Level Ball to start getting another Spiritomb set up. No reason to not put the Cape of Toughness down, I guess. I guess we start setting up another Spiritomb. There really isn't much else to grab here. Building Spites. Just so we don't forget to do that. I'm going to go ahead and attach here because Hide Energy is quite relevant. I want to hold the Bird Keeper for next turn, so I'm just going to not play the Dedenne-GX down. I guess it is possible that they go for their Power Plant turn 1, but I doubt that that's a route that they'll take. We know they probably run 3 different stadiums in Wondrous Lab, Chaotic Swell, and Power Plant. So we are going to need to make sure that we play our stadiums down at the right time, because both Chaotic Swell and Wonder Lab are going to be incredibly difficult for us to get around, and Power Plant is quite annoying as well, because it shuts down our Dedenne and our Oricorio. So looks like our opponent is going to have a fine turn 1. They found the turn 1 greens, double Koko, Boltund. I don't think they ever bench this Boltund here. They are going to go ahead and find a big Churn. I don't think that's irrelevant. We do have to be aware that we're probably going to get reset stamped at some point, so just building multiple Spiritombs up over time is going to be important for sure. We find that their Cape of Toughness, which is really great. Let's go ahead and Stellar Wish. We do find a Scoop Up Net. Let's use our Building Spite abilities because we know we're going to need to use these. We're going to go ahead and Scoop Up Net the Jirachi. We don't have a Spikemuth yet, unfortunately. I'm just going to switch back into the Jirachi and DAA change. We do find a Spikemuth, but we don't find very many switch effects. I'm going to level ball for a third Spiritomb and put it, because we have a Cape of Toughness for it. Go ahead and play this down. Grab Jynx. Definitely want to try and take a KO this turn if possible. And it looks like we might be able to, because this is very good. Just go ahead and make sure we're sequencing this properly. Grab the escape rope. Go ahead and Scoop Up Net RCL again. We need 7 damage counters to KO out of their Pokemon. Let's go ahead and switch. Stellar Wish. We only find another escape rope, but I think that's okay. Let's play this. Alright, so that actually gives us an opening because now we can guarantee that we get a KO somewhere. Get some extra counters on the board. Gonna go ahead and escape rope again. So now we're guaranteeing 2 prizes. And we get an extra few damage counters there. Gonna go ahead and move the counter. And we're in a pretty solid spot. We've used all our building spites. We've got a Bird Keeper for next turn. I think this is really good. Our opponent is going to need their Tapu Koko Prism Star to attack with Koko VMAX. And because we've taken 2 prizes, and this is on the board, we're not going to need to take too many knockouts. Our opponent does play their Reset Stamp, which I think is okay. Hopefully they don't find a Stadium card, because that could actually be quite annoying. Professor's Research. That probably finds them a Stadium card. Can't be sure exactly which one. Okay, there's a Lily's Pokédoll. So that could be annoying. There's a Pokegear 3.0. I'm not sure why you ever play that. I guess, I mean, obviously we don't run any way to disrupt them, but I guess technically they don't know that. Okay, so they just go for the Bolt Storm. That's completely fine, because now they do still need Tapu Koko Prism Star to finish off this. So we're just going to go ahead and use our Ordinary Rod to get this back. Quick Ball, discard this, grab a Spiritomb, because I'm sure it's at least somewhat likely that we just get this knockout here. Okay, this could definitely be worse. Use our building spites. We are going to need to retreat here. Let's just go attach an energy. Retreat into the Jirachi, and we really just need to find a switch effect. There it is, perfect. So we're going to take this knockout on the Tapu Koko. Switch into our Spiritomb. We already have enough damage counters for a knockout, so we're just going to go ahead and move a counter over there. And Anguish Cry for the knockout. So now our opponent really needs to take this KO, or they're going to be in a very bad spot. Hopefully we don't get reset stamped again, but if we do, it isn't the end of the world, because our opponent still has a decent way to go to actually finish off the game. Also, they benched their Boltund V, so long as we sequence properly, if they don't reset stamp us, we should be fine. Also, he promoted the Tapu Koko V, meaning that, okay, so actually goes for Wondrous Labyrinth, which is actually fine because we have a Spikemuth in hand. He did not go for a reset stamp or anything else off of that greens. Just has to go for the Spike Draw, and that's going to be the game. Because we have Okay, yeah, we've got our energy. Building Spites. Yep, and there's the concession. Alright, so we got another dub. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there for the video. I'll just go ahead and show off the deck list again. Just for some final thoughts, I think this deck is incredibly good. Definitely one of the best, if not the best, one prize deck in the meta right now. It's a really solid pick because you can one-shot a lot of stuff. You can beat ADP if you get somewhat lucky. It is very combo dependent, and missing one piece can mean missing a very important attack. Of course, as a one prize deck, you are just going to struggle with the things one prize decks struggle with. But I think the deck is very solid. I highly suggest you try it out. It's not super expensive, which is also great. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really do appreciate that. Check out all the links in the description, and I will see you next time.